Okay, so record, and we're outdoors.
I have milk duds in my mouth still.
Well, if you hear the sounds of nature, it's because we're outside right now.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
And honestly, if you get mad because you're like, the audio quality's worse because they're outside, fuck you.
Wind in the trees and wind chimes.
Yeah, you're going to get mad at that? I can hear birds. Fuck this podcast.
I know you people fall asleep to this anyway. Here's nature sounds. Basically, we're a white noise app.
Oh, no. My microphone immediately fell off as I began cursing our fans.
Well, that's probably your fault and not the fault of the person who put it on there. That's my estimation. We're a Milk Duds podcast now because I had them chucked at my face on our live show, which went good. Have you guys listened to it yet? You should. We went to a room and did this in front of people.
First of all, if you haven't listened to the live show yet and you're listening to this episode, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, yeah,
live show, it's the episode before this.
I mean, people skip shows. I have it on good authority. People tend to skip
if you didn't
episodes.
at least listen to the first minute of the live show and then be like, I don't want it. This is a nightmare.
It gets better.
That's fine. It does get better.
Much like the life of a gay high schooler, it gets better.
Yeah, go ahead and skip quite a few minutes in. And then it gets really good.
It went surprisingly. I think it's because I had several plants in the audience that were there to positively heckle me.
I was more nervous than I thought because I'm used to going up with material, and I went up this time and I was like, I have no things, and I'm like, oh, how do I do this when people aren't watching?
I was nervous about it, and then I literally talked to my therapist about it, and now I don't have a therapist anymore.
Oh,
not because she quit.
Oh no!
I might need one again. We'll see. That may have been premature.
Was yesterday the day that you decided? The second I got rid of my therapist, I got blackout drunk. Maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that before. Here's something that this will sound like an attack, but I'm including myself. If you've ever had 2 martinis in one day, you're an alcoholic.
It's a lot. Oh fuck! We should have brought martini supplies today.
We should have. I would have brought some, but it's gone at my house now.
Oh, Tyler's bringing like cucumber flavored vodka, so it's actually really good. It just tastes like water with lemon in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell him to get vermouth and a martini
I'm
shaker.
gonna text him right now.
I mean, I'm sure there's a
You
cocktail
don't
shaker
need it.
here.
Yeah, there's one here. So we just need vermouth and olives. And Tyler's gonna be so down for martinis.
I'm gonna harm myself. I have not heard the sound of wind in the trees like that in a while. I think the world's healing.
Awesome.
I think we're back. Judging by the fucking traffic on the way here.
That's why if anybody bitches about this podcast being like, the whole time there's this annoying wind chime. Beautiful sounds
What's wrong
of nature.
with you?
I kept hearing the wind in the trees and it pissed me off. Instead of our usual siren noises.
We are on a cliff.
We're doing a lake house podcast this summer.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, jet ski podcast.
No.
I mean, boat podcast, perhaps.
Maybe, yeah. If we get some
We
fishing
can't
poles
drink
and stuff.
at all because we will immediately drop electronics in the lake.
Yeah. No, this is the early mornings. When you wake up and the sun is just rising, there's still a chill to the air. That's when we talk about cunt.
Yes. I mean, like normal. Now, if you don't like the sound of the wind chimes and the wind in the trees, you have the same illness I do, where my friends are like, would you like to spend time with me, who you like? And I'm like, God damn it. Son of a... I gotta do it now. God damn it. I did that yesterday. Tyler was talking to me about the script he wrote, and he was like, do you want to talk about it together? And I was like, I just got off work, son of a bitch. Oh, God, I gotta fucking mow the lawn and rake the leaves and do this shit. And then I had a great time.
I think that's just who you are as a person.
It is. That I have not once have I enjoyed myself consensually.
Oh, hey, Tyler's calling me. This is perfect.
Tyler, we're supposed to call you.
All right. Hey, Tyler, you're live on It's Just Bits.
Oh, cool, fantastic. So, am I getting you the entire bar for this shindig?
Yeah, no, you're buying a bar in rural Lockport, and then we're going to go there.
Oh, no.
First it was give me this, and then this, and now you're getting olives and vermouth. What the hell? I'm going to a CVS, not a Vinny's.
It's 2 things.
Well, no, just skip everything else. Just get vodka, olives, and vermouth, and then we can all do martinis. You like martinis.
Do martinis.
I don't. I mean, not. I don't. I almost got
You don't?
pressured into saying yes, but I don't.
Oh, well then just get vodka, and I'll Tom Sawyer somebody else into getting vermouth and olives.
No, I'll get the olives.
You
okay,
just
I'll
Tom
get
Sawyer
the
him into
olives.
doing it.
I just don't make me have a martini. It's really the only thing.
Oh, no. We're not peer pressuring you into drinking a martini. We're peer pressuring you into getting us martinis.
Yeah, you don't have to be part of it.
So we're the 25-year-old sitting outside of the liquor store waiting for the 18-year-old to go in with the fake and then be like, hey, dude, can you buy me some beer?
You are McLovin.
Well, gosh golly gee, I can't wait to be that. All right.
What do you want to say to It's Just Bits?
Venom.
You're within the first 5 minutes of the episode, so this is the part people actually fucking listen to. So
Time's a ticking.
No, I can't hide.
give out your fucking social security number. That'll boost our ratings.
Yeah, my social is.
He hung up. Excellent bitsmanship.
We were gonna hang out this morning, and then I woke up at 1:30. So
What were you gonna do?
I don't know. I made the plans drunk. I was sure I would figure it out. I think we're gonna talk about scripts.
Oh yeah. He's got quite a few scripts in the work.
He
DM
does.
hard
We
worker.
talked about 2 of them the other day,
And
I just kept giving notes despite not knowing how to write anything.
And if you think 2 is all of them, you are off by
An order of magnitude, I'm sure.
that was the word I was looking for. I wanted to say an exponential, but I'm like, no, that's not right either.
If we keep hanging out, it's gonna get confusing for people.
We're just gonna be the whole time talking at the same time.
Like those 2 twins in Britain that they made a documentary about that say they talk at the same time because they're so similar, but you can tell they're not. They're doing it on purpose,
Just
and they're
to
doing
fuck
the
with
thing
people.
where if you do the improv game where you're supposed to say the same thing, the one guy's slightly behind the other one. They're doing that and they're pretending. They just happen to do it.
That's great.
Fuck them.
No, I like what? If you were
It's
born
great. Fuck them.
Fuck them for fucking with my perspective of reality that's already fragile.
It's pretty fragile. If a hangover makes you be like, "What's happening?" Reality's pretty fragile. I'm halfway across the Rainbow Bridge at this point. If I'm hungover and like, this is surreal.
Let me know if you see my dog run behind me.
I don't see your dog. I see
A dog.
a dog.
And
Well,
Jiva.
allegedly that's a canine.
There she is. She's
It's
about.
fucked. Like,
Oh, she wants in.
there are dogs the size of rodents and rodents the size of dogs.
Oh,
And-
God.
I-
We almost don't have a podcast anymore. Oof, that was a close one. Oh, yeah, I
it
forgot I gotta
landed very softly, actually. I think that.
on my foot.
Well, thank you. It is. Everybody knows that Chihuahuas exist, and everybody knows about capybaras. I don't think it's discussed enough that there are rodent-sized dogs and dog-sized rodents. Hello, Chiba.
Chiba's smaller than a capybara, and a capybara is a rodent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like Gemini, the other is literally like. Okay. The dog just took a water bottle out of my
Stole your
hand.
water bottle right out of your hand, too.
And I was so surprised by it, I just let her. I didn't even know what was happening.
There's some of the background noises are dogs playing. So these are so many pleasant background noises that if anybody complains, they're a monster.
I want to meet the guy that is annoyed by that. Just like he's just knuckles white around the wheel of his awesome car. I hate this.
Well, don't
Do
give her
not
the
eat my
milk
milk
duds
duds,
because
Chiba.
that's a sound of a dog vomiting aggressively, and I understand why people.
I don't know if dogs can eat caramel, but there is chocolate on those, Chiba.
I know you can't eat chocolate.
Can dogs eat caramel?
Chocolate. Well, this was almost a hot tub podcast, but
We're afraid that'd be too sexy.
we don't have the balls. Get a water.
No, that'd be. That would be. We already dropped it
It
on
would be
land.
our last podcast.
The dog can open doors.
She's very smart. It sucks.
I like that she can open doors, but doesn't. Well, it makes you guys do it often.
Oh, it's just screen doors she can open. She can't open glass doors.
No, I've seen her stand at a screen that I know she can open and stare at you.
Well, I have to get him to shut it anyway, so what's the difference?
Dog's
Tiny
an
dog?
asshole.
Yeah, I know, but it's fun.
Oh, she's a fun, yeah. Much like those twins in Britain.
Like when you hang out with somebody who's an alcoholic, because it's fun.
But, it's concerning.
Exactly.
Isn't it funny when your friend who, like, definitely drinks too much is like, I'm done with my therapist. I'm fixed.
Was it your decision or hers or a mutual thing?
She was like, so, should we set up another meeting? I was like, I feel pretty good.
And was she like...
And then she was like, I'm proud of you. And I was like, yay! And then I just drove my car off a cliff.
Well, you can go back, right?
It might be very soon. I'm gonna feel bad about that text of like, I was wrong.
I was sad when my therapist, we went from once a week to twice, or once a week to twice a week. I got crazier. No, we went from once a week to every other week. And I was scared. I was like, what if I die in the week in between? The noisiest dog.
I don't want to ever call a therapist. I mean, if you have to, do it. But I feel like that would be...
They have to call me.
They have to call me, and like, no, I don't want to be between appointments and be like, we have to talk now.
I've never gotten there, but I have Tyler taught me something really good. He's like, write a note, and I'd be like, okay, next time I see him, I'm mentioning this.
My notes app is full of, tell your therapist about
alcohol.
Might do that sooner than 10 years. Call back to the live show.
Ask your therapist about whiskey. Ask your therapist about vodka. Ask your therapist about PBR.
Well, are we going to do different liquors the whole time? Please don't interrupt me.
Ask your therapist about gin. Ask your therapist about cigarettes. See, I told you to change.
It's not just liquor. I don't have a smoking problem.
Yet.
I only do it when I'm drunk.
But you have a drinking problem.
Damn it.
I have a pack of cigarettes here somewhere for the occasion of having a very large house at our disposal.
It'll happen.
By the way, when we say get 'em, we're at M's house.
Yeah, I think last time we were here, didn't we talk about how, like, if the revolution kicked off now, I'd be frantically like, I'm just here.
No, that's when you're at my wedding.
Wealth adjacent, yeah.
When you're at my wedding, you're going to be like, no, now it's today.
Can't be now.
Hey, Kylie heard wedding, so she popped her head in.
She looked annoyed.
She's like, it's off, by the way.
I'm going to have to either...
Tiny Gemini. No visual bits on the podcast. Shut the glass door, please.
I'm going to have to either...
Okay, shut the screen door then.
She just locked us out.
Oh, yeah, she did. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, Chiba, open the door.
She can't open a locked door. But she can get through that hole in the door. Not at its current size.
Did she just fuck with us, like pretend to unlock it and then didn't? I think just happened?
Yeah, probably.
Your fiance's mean.
Yeah. And if she is at the other side of the house when we need the door unlocked, it'll be days before we get let in.
I'll cut that screen.
They can buy another.
When's your wedding? I need to figure out if I need to hit rock bottom soon, so I'm clean by then.
It's next year. You got time.
So but I'm trying to figure out, should I hit rock bottom before that, so I'm clean for your wedding, or should I slow it down and hit rock bottom later? I just don't want it to fall on a wedding.
Hit rock bottom over the winter. I think you're going to be good then. Because over the winter,
so soon.
Well, the wedding's next summer. Because if you hit rock bottom over the winter, then there's not a lot of drinking holidays in the winter. I mean, you might miss Christmas, drinking at Christmas, but who gives a shit about that?
This is all a bit. I'm not getting sober.
The getting sober. I'm going to hit rock bottom in December, but I won't get sober afterwards.
I think that I accidentally got drunk last night.
What?
Which is...
I've done that a few times.
Which is, I think, a positive. Because it used to be, I on purpose got obliterated. Polluted, if you will.
Polluted, if you will.
And I did it accidentally because I actually like the taste of martinis.
They're good. Is that what you were drinking last night?
Yeah.
Nice.
4.
That's way
and
too
now
many.
I need to buy a towel rack.
That's so many martinis. And no other drinks, right?
No.
Yeah.
No food either.
Oh, well, that's a lot.
I I
4
had one because I
martinis.
was like, I'm gonna get off work and like make a real drink and talk about a script. I'm gonna pretend I'm cool today. And then I was like, that was good. I want to not just eat olives, you fucking dumbass. What I wanted to do was eat olives. And then I was like, I'll make another martini. And now I need to buy a towel rack.
Well, I heard the phrase 3 martini lunch at one point. And I was like, I hadn't drinking a martini at that point, so I was like, okay, yeah,
3
it's
drinks,
just like
yeah.
3 drinks at lunch. Martinis are not
It's a
drinks.
mixed drink of drinks.
It's 3 Long Island lunch. I think a martini's stronger than Long Island, though.
Oh,
Actually,
I think so.
yeah. So
It's just 2 shots of vodka and then more alcohol.
and then a shot of vermouth. I like mine dirty, so there's also a half of ounce of olive juice in them, and that's it. Ice cold. They're
Gin
good.
martinis aren't bad either. Not as good. Not as good.
No, yeah, they're not as good.
But they're
I
an
don't like-
acceptable way to ingest gin.
I don't like the Christmas tree. Ever since that night where we got blacked out on gin and I drove home, I did not like. I drove home with my windshield's wipers the wrong way. And
Like,
I'll
you know how
let
you put them up in the snow?
Oh.
Like that and on.
I was gonna let the audience decide what I meant by the wrong way. Did he take them off and turn them? Was one longer and one shorter, but the
wrong way. Yeah. And
I
there was a
didn't-
flag tied to him, like that said, "Hey, cops."
Yeah. And then we made it home fine. Not even a scratch in my windshield from where the
From the
windshield
windshield
wipers
wipers
were
waving
just
in the air.
scratching my windshield.
We made it home fine, but no one knew that. So we got to class the next day, and people were like, "Oh,
my God,
you're okay."
Everybody, because you
Text
didn't,
your girlfriend.
because you didn't answer your phone, and my phone was in the driveway.
What it was? I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
it was outside in the driveway. I got in the car to go back to school to look for it, and it was on the gravel driveway that we had, frosted over slightly. And I'm like, oh no, my phone's broken, and it turned right on and was fine.
We're not releasing that video because we were shooting a video that day.
Oh God.
Oh, I thought that was an animal. It's off a tree. Remember spring? I
Yeah.
forgot about spring.
This is it. We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we shot 2 videos that day. One was chilling with the beer, and the other was chilling with the fifth.
Yeah.
And chilling with the fifth was a full hour, and chilling with the beer was 7 minutes.
Yeah. It's still on my hard drive.
Yeah, I have it somewhere, but that doesn't need to see the light of day.
Someone mentioned at work something similar to that, and I was like, Connor and I did that. Like they were talking about doing it as a bit. I was like, Connor and I did that in college. And one of the people I work with that went to college with goes, why didn't I see that? I watched your stuff. And I was like, we didn't release it. It's not a good idea.
It did not work.
It's not drunk history where there was a plan and one person was sober to keep him on track.
Yeah, somebody needs to be sober to keep them on track.
Exact. And we didn't. We just got drunk and hung out. That's
God
all that
bless.
was.
Yeah, really. It was our first podcast episode.
It was our
Oh
first
my God,
podcast.
maybe we should release it. Though, unfortunately, I get racist when I get drunk on podcasts.
That's got to be like a Patreon thing. Like if you or like a stretch goal for a charity or something that if you give us enough money,
Nice.
you can see this. It's not going to be good.
I think we made like $70 from the live show, and I'm literally
$70?
I'm gonna
Seriously?
pour it into one ad, and it's gonna get like 8,000 views or something like that. I'm like, okay, cool.
It better be a good ad.
We're gonna make an ad for it.
Just cut out the part of this podcast where I was talking semi-seriously about alcoholism.
And then the whole podcast
Hi,
is
Dad.
Still
Thanks for letting me borrow your car before this comes out, so you can't stop me. I'm going to be in Missouri with his truck, and he's going to be listening to, he's got to buy a new towel rack. Fuck.
Oh, no. I should call somebody to get my car.
That's that fucking thing. If he pressed the key, it would drive back without me.
Really? Is it nice?
No, but-
I didn't. I didn't mean really. I just meant, is it a nice truck?
Yeah, you can put cruise control on, and then if there's people in front of you, you don't have to do anything. It does it for you.
What?
It has radar to cars in front of it, and it will match their speed if you're behind them.
What?
Yeah. So I think it's fine that I'm going to be drunk when I
But
drive
the
it out there.
lanes is the problem, because it'll just go out of line.
You got to steer.
Yeah. Well, the Teslas, you don't even have to do that. You should check out the Benz. Oh my God, I drove it the other day, and there's more apps on it than in my fucking phone.
Cars are spaceships now.
Oh yeah, no, it's wild. I'm still 20 years behind on cars, so it's all like none of it's like nice for me. But
Well, what's funny is every year there's new stuff in cars, but basic cars still have the same stuff.
yeah,
So I've never had a new car with the features, but I've had old cars with the features from 1990.
yeah, which is just what cars have
Which
now.
is like there's a thermometer in it.
Till it's my car doesn't even tell temperature. It's an '07. That's really late to not.
To
You
not
know how
know.
long the temperature technology has been around? Eons.
Long time. It doesn't not even an analog one, huh?
Nothing. No, I guess I could put one on my dash, but that'd be it.
Well, that's gonna be the temperature inside the car.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
meant,
what you
like,
have to do is
sticker
stick
on the
one on the
outside.
mirror.
Yeah, really.
Looking like absolute shit. I'm eating milk duds on the podcast.
I guess
Whatever.
I could make that. We did a live episode the other day, and I released them both today because I'm dumb. And one of them does say, "Come to our live episode this
Your
Friday."
fiance just flashed me.
And nice. And then the next one immediately starts afterwards. So it says, "Come to our live podcast this Friday." Hey guys, this is It's Just Us Live. It's fucking great.
We didn't say we're good at this. We're just funny.
There's no like downtime when the next episode of ours starts either. So it's literally just bam, bam, right into it. It's fucking awesome.
There is no down. The in and out of our podcast, of the live one is good.
It's smooth too, because you can listen to like 3 episodes and not have any idea that you just fucking
Oh, yeah.
did. Yeah, I like it.
Which people are maybe doing, but they're asleep halfway through the first one.
Oh yeah. I don't get people who fall asleep to podcasts. I have white noise. I do it when either grinding in a video game or doing chores or
Yeah, or work. You don't have to have
heroin,
ears on. And heroin.
prostitutes. Just bang, bang.
Listening to your own podcast while fucking a prostitute is like that. That is like you don't need Minority Report to know they're going to commit a crime.
You're masturbating right now. That's what you're doing. I know
If
there's
you're a
other-
sex worker and one of your clients is listening to their own podcast, leave. This ends in your death.
Also, leave. He won't notice.
Yeah, that's,
Is the other part of it.
he's gonna be just humping the air and flexing and not looking in a
Looking
mirror,
into a mirror,
and not
yeah.
realizing there's no one next to
That
him.
you're not there. He's like, wow, I really see my cock in this. Way more than I normally. Wait a minute. Whoop, 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 whoop. Three
Then he
stages.
scuttles under the bed.
And finishes.
Yeah.
That's what we call stalagmites. When you finish,
That's how those happen.
When you finish on the top of a bed, you're underneath, and it starts dripping down.
Yeah, because you're at your girlfriend's house in high school and her dad came in and he's even hotter. So you're just pounding it under there. And you know, suddenly the bottom of your girlfriend's bed looks like the Cave of the Mounds.
He's even hotter. Oh my god.
I never had that happen. It's too bad.
Your girlfriend.
Fucking high school. No, but yeah, that someone's parent came home.
And was hotter.
Oh, I mean, not that.
When did you lose your virginity?
Days before my 18th birthday or 19th birthday. So
Oh well.
I was 18. It counts.
Days before. Damn.
July 4th.
Did you do a theme?
No, I think I made a joke about let's make fireworks. Something like that. I'm sure I did. I
And
was
then she's
I
like,
was not.
I'll do it in spite of that joke.
Yeah, you know, in I Love You Man, where he's like, I still want to hang out despite that joke. I still want to fuck despite who you are. That's- So did you marry him for his personality? No, in spite of it.
Which is the best answer.
Yeah.
Which is going to be in my vows.
I mean, I don't know what else I'm offering here, so that's probably. I better get rich.
Oh, I just found out the other day that Adam Friedland from Cumtown was engaged.
Was?
Yeah. And I was like, why has he been so sad on these last episodes? Oh.
Because it's not happening again.
He's not.
You seen that guy? He looks like something Hitler drew.
I think that's more racist than what he looks like.
He's doing it on purpose.
He's doing it, otherwise they won't let him stay on the podcast.
Yeah, if he's not making vicious fun of himself in a tradition of bigotry that goes back to the year 1000, They won't let him be on the podcast.
Before that,
Before
man.
that,
Just
before
so we're clear.
Everybody, all the time, hates the Jews. Why?
I don't know. Every Jewish person I've met has been the coolest person I've met.
Most of them are fine. I'm sure there's bad ones, but, there's bad all types of people.
Did they, adapt? Is that what... Did they used to be way worse? What happened?
That is...
Did they
that we will go too far if we go down this road, because I just had the thought, what if in the year 400 every single Jewish person was a huge piece of shit?
It was just
and
then this is how Hitler rose to power, because he was on a podcast and it was like, what if?
Yeah, podcasts are the modern Mein Kampf. But people talk about how did Nazism happen? I can't believe it. Well, how did they hate them so much? Everybody, all the time, hated them for centuries before that. And every time something went wrong, everyone was like, I bet... I'm not saying that, a reasonable take in the year 1700, the reasonable take was, I don't think Jews were the only reason the tsunami happened. I understand tectonic plates. They were involved.
Jesus Christ. I like to imagine that every Jewish person for thousands of years beforehand, every time somebody was walking by with a stack of papers, they flipped it out of their hands. And they're like, we got to do something about this, because this is ridiculous.
If they keep calling me nerds, I am going to do the Holocaust. Said the Columbine shooters. They did. They weren't just bullied. They were also white supremacists.
Good for them.
Which I guess...
You got to have extracurriculars.
Yeah. Like racism.
It's it looks great on applications to places like Harvard and Yale.
It does. It does.
Not brown. Oh my God. He's not brown.
Yeah, the thing about brown is the only brown thing there is the name. The university in Rhode Island. Yeah, even Karl Marx did not like Jewish people.
Really?
There's some writing of his where he's like, it's like predicting everything that's happening now. Great understanding of the economy. Also, the bad people are Jews. No one isolate anything I've said today.
Fucking Jesus Christ. They're just drawing L's left and right. They started a game of war with just twos.
People like scapegoats, and I guess they just got caught on that one.
That sucks so hard.
And it was like a feedback loop, because they were like, you're not allowed to do any job. And they're like, I guess I'll be a banker then, if that's the only thing I'm allowed to do. And they're like, yeah, only pieces of shit are bankers. Which, banking is bad, but... you forced him to do it.
Didn't have a choice.
That's like if you had to be a cop.
Oh my God! Yeah, cops
that's
are
if you're like, okay, from now on, every single Asian person has to be a cop. People are gonna start
all
disliking
of a sudden,
Asians.
People are saying Asian people are pieces of shit.
It's not Asian people. It's cops. Stop making them be cops.
Can't do anything else.
Charging interest is fucking demonic. Well, then let me do a normal job.
Let me make money. There's literally
I
no
would
other
love
way.
to be a tailor. You will not let me touch cloth because you think it'll burn you.
You're making it real hard for me to not be Italians. You can't work here. Well, then I'm gonna do illegal shit. Right. All Italians are criminals. We don't have a choice.
I wanted to shoot people for the government, and you wouldn't let me.
So now I'm shooting people for my government. I made a government. I just made a government of crime. I did everything you're doing, but mine's criminal.
It's the police station for people who can't go to the police.
Exactly.
All my life, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I love
like Rita
The
Rudna
Sopranos, and I'm finishing Sopranos soon, and then I'm gonna immediately watch Goodfellas, and then I'm gonna be off my gangster kick for a while. That's the plan.
Goodfellas is a movie about cool guys that have friends.
I'm gonna watch. It is. I'm gonna watch
and other stuff, but
Goodfellas and Casino back to back because they're almost the same movie.
Still gotta watch Casino.
It's almost the same as Goodfellas.
Joe Pesci
gets his
he
face
does die.
fucking caved in.
But I was gonna say he doesn't get killed in Goodfellas, but
I think he gets killed in both.
He does.
They're the same movie, but they're both good. So who gives a shit?
Home Alone is the only movie Joe Pesci doesn't die in. That and Gone Fishing, which there's no way you or anyone gets that reference.
I've seen Gone Fishing.
Fuck off.
He dies in Gone Fishing.
For a minute. He does die for a minute in Gone Fishing.
Yeah.
He must come back because it's a lighthearted movie.
Yeah, no. He
God, Joe Pesci is the Jew of cinema.
Oh, well, his last name's Pesci, so I don't know.
That's Italian.
I think he's Jewish.
Joe Pesci is Italian. Go fuck yourself.
He's short. He's 5'2". He talks like he talks. There's Italian Jewish people, just like there's white Mexicans.
I've read Merchant of Venice.
There's white Mexicans. There's Chinese Russians. Joe Pesci could be Jewish. Assalamu alaikum.
I am so certain he's Catholic.
I'm certain he makes a body or a blood of Christ joke every time he drinks red wine, even outside of a church. Oh, now we got to do a bunch of he's so Catholic jokes.
He's so Catholic.
Catholic. Every time that he breaks bread, he cries because he remembered that
He
Jesus.
felt like he just broke Jesus' arm. He's so Catholic. He even eats the communion wafers that are Jesus' toenails.
Gross. He's so Catholic. He got molested before it was cool.
He's so Catholic. He raped a priest instead of the other way around.
He's so Catholic. Every time he puts his dick in, he says, "My deek's in." Deacon.
Deacon, my deacon. Suck my.
He puts
suck
his
my
dicks in deacons.
Yeah, the deacons are allowed.
Oh yeah,
Deacons
I
can
forgot
fuck.
deacons can fuck.
Yeah,
Nice, good for.
that's the name of this episode. Deacons,
Deacons
can fuck.
could fuck. Absolutely.
Which, when out of context, that sounds like deacons can fuck, dude. Like they're good at it.
No.
They might.
Deacons are allowed.
There
to
is one deacon at
who
least
just
that is amazing.
crushes pussy. Who just. Oh my god.
Just he puts his he walks away from a service, takes the little collar off, and then just drives his wife insane.
He eats pussy and smokes a cigarette at the same time, and you'd think it'd be annoying, but it's the best.
His wife is not even annoyed that every time he goes down, he says, "I'm about to treat your pussy like the body of Christ."
And
she's fucking tired of it, but what if that's what I got to deal with to get that deacon to eat my pussy?
All right, I'm gonna be the Romans, and you're gonna be Jesus, and I'm gonna fucking tear you up. And then 3 days later, you're gonna be able to walk again.
I am going to wear you like a crown. I didn't get it.
Come on, that was really good.
He is risen.
Where did we say 3 days later? We're talking about a deacon who fucks, and in the background, a wind chime and the noise of wind through the trees. So
This is a very idyllic setting for Deacon Fuck.
Mr. Deacon Fuck.
I'm Father Deacon Fuck. Hello.
Father
Wait, you
Deacon.
are a deacon and your name's Deacon Fuck? I know. I'm also good at sex. It's very coincidental.
Oh my! Just trolling at local bars, sunglasses on, and the full parishioner's outfit.
But a short-sleeved frock.
Oh yeah,
To show off his guns.
yeah. Oh, he's shredded. He hits the gym every day, and he's just a total douche about how much he goes to the gym too. But everybody's like, but he is packing.
He's at the pulpit like, folks, God is like the gym. You got to do it every day if you want to look like me. I don't get.
There's
is
only
that-
2 houses I live in: the house of the Lord and the house of gains. I don't go
something about the
home.
Holy of Holies.
Spiritually and physically, the fittest man in the world. I mean,
Easter and Easter, something with that.
Nice.
Easter Sunday, I guess.
And his wife's Jewish.
I don't think deacons are allowed to do that.
Oh, really?
Probably not. I mean, Catholics probably, technically, are not supposed to fuck non-Catholics.
But they can't. But they do. And
I mean, they do.
Oh, a lot of Catholics, it's like you're supposed to convert if you're marrying them. And I'm like, I'll just get married outside of the church. Thanks, fam.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
My parents had to get remarried because they got married outside, and the Catholic Church was like, doesn't count.
Why, though, did they care?
I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
because I think to get me baptized, which
but
that worked out great.
Yeah, you've sinned a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm baptized, so I get to go.
I'm just not going to baptize my kid.
I think that's fine. It's probably fine.
Yeah.
I don't think you got to do that.
Yeah, that's the plan. Me and Kylie both became the age where there's like, all right, you can make your own decisions about church now. And we're like, we're not going.
Well, then no.
Then no.
I got to that age and I was like, please watch this video about Christopher Hitchens. Everyone was like, shut the fuck up! And I didn't for like 2 years.
And then eventually I was like, oh my God, I can turn it off.
I made moves in the atheist community. You know how bad that is to be proud of that? I talk to celebrities.
No fucking way. Did you talk to Penn Jillette?
Did not talk to Penn Jillette.
Oh,
I talked
that
to
would've-
Matt Dillahunty, who, if you sucked in high school, you probably know that guy. He's cool, but, just don't watch him every day.
Penn Jillette, I feel like would be a cool get. That'd be
He's
an
not
awesome one.
cool.
Oh no,
He
but it'd be cool to
sucks.
talk to. Yeah, I know he sucks.
It'd be cool to have I'd like him on the podcast.
He's aggressively Republican. He's got the
He's friends with Glenn Beck, isn't he?
he's got the Republican version of MythBusters. That's awesome. It's
So you see,
bullshit.
it's a
It did
myth
like
that
7
black people have
seasons. No, he doesn't go that far, but he does. He breaks up like traditional Republican things too. But I mean, and he doesn't really have a lot of Democratic myths to bust. So it kind of
got
leans
him.
a little bit to the left. So
I mean, he's one of those people that makes being right part of his personality.
yeah, it's shitty, but whatever.
It's just so. Just do the magic, motherfucker. I like the one that doesn't talk.
I've seen his magic show. It's awesome.
You think Teller is just fucking sufferable? So they had to come up with the gimmick where he doesn't talk?
Teller's awesome, but to talk to on podcasts and in shows.
Is he talking public? He's not doing a Daft Punk thing?
He talks on interviews, but that's it.
Well, that blows my bit out of the water, so I'm going to
And
pretend
it's
it doesn't happen.
sometimes, but no. So your bit just in reverse. Teller's Penn is a huge asshole, and he won't shut the fuck up. So Teller, who is a very nice guy and would probably have a great stage presence and shit,
It's just letting him talk.
yeah, it's just like he's too polite to just be like, dude,
It's not
shut
an
the
act.
fuck up.
Penn is just talking too much. Teller, every show is like, I'm going to say something in this one. Tonight, I will say something. Why, I don't let my kids play sports.
I don't wanna.
I can't
How
do
am I
it.
supposed to follow that?
He doesn't let his kids play sports, by the way.
I don't know about that one. Any sports?
I don't know. I'm sure they're allowed to play, bridge or some weird shit, but he doesn't want them in team sports or something.
Why?
I don't know. I thought it
That's
was cool
so
when I was
fucking
17
dumb.
and couldn't play sports.
That's so just no football and no boxing, and that's it. Because I don't want the kid getting
Or
massive
field hockey, I've
concussions all the
decided,
time.
because they really got a hunch in that sport, and I think it's bad for you.
You get good form. It's like a squat. Oh, field hockey. Fuck that.
Hockey
Ice hockey.
works. Field hockey is fucked.
Yeah, no, fuck that. No, ice hockey.
That is like, I had a conversation with people at work
Field
the other day
hockey?
about how, like,
Gross.
it's for girls.
It's bad.
Apparently not in Britain. That's what Neil told me.
What?
That men play, like, field hockey's a men's sport in Britain.
It's a dumb sport. Play ice hockey.
Yeah, play ice or curling. If you're gonna do it on land, do curling.
It's
Beat the shit out of
ice.
people. Curling is like field hockey, but Irish and I think more vicious.
Oh.
Often injuries.
Have you seen Australian rules football?
Isn't it just rugby?
It's rugby with full contact. So rugby is full contact.
I was gonna say,
you
like-
can tackle people, but you have to have a certain formal tackling so you don't injure anybody.
Oh, but
they
not
take
in-
that rule out for Australian rules football.
You can have knives.
And then the ball is never dead. So there's no
like that.
There's no time where you can it's soccer kind of. So there's no second to take a break. Like
That,
there is in
I do
rugby.
like the way football works, but there are a lot of times where I'm like, but let him have it. Like, let him. If the ball pops out at any time, there should be no, it was a dead ball.
Yeah.
No, get it and do something with it.
Oh, rugby is like that. It's so much fun. If my spine wasn't exploded, I'd go back to it. But unfortunately, my doctor says your spine is essentially a cinnamon stick at this point. You know how breakable those are? Very.
Just
Let me demonstrate on this
shaving you.
piece of celery. It would take this much force to shatter your spine.
If your dog jumps on you the wrong way, it's over.
She's tried. We're going to get her in the hot
You
tub.
got back from that spine surgery, and she was like, "You smell weaker. This is possible. I could get out of here."
But now I'm even stronger, and she's like, I missed my chance. I could have been the alpha.
Are your vertebrae fused together? Is that what they did?
No. There's the sac that's in between my vertebrae. There's like a little jelly donut keeping your
Lovely.
bones apart.
Lovely term.
Yeah, no, it's it was torn, so the jelly donut parts was just leaking out into my back, which is a place it should not be.
That's
So every part of my back was just like, what the fuck is happening? Every few months when enough leaked out to do real nerve damage. So they put like my own scar tissue on top of that thing to heal itself.
I mean,
And they're like, this is going to be, because you essentially just got internal stitches, so don't be crazy for like
don't move.
a year, and then you should be fully healed.
Can you get 2?
I can get as many as I want. but they're effective for up to a year because it's like a big procedure.
So yeah, anything they're doing with your spine is.
I was full on unable to walk for days afterwards, like the deacon had just fucked me.
Why can't you walk? Are your calves cramped because you fucked Mr. Deacon Fuck? No. Spinal surgery.
And then I fucked.
If you were to fuck Mr. Deacon Fuck right now, you would die.
Oh yeah, I can't. My back can't handle it. You need to sign medical consent forms.
He's got waivers at his
before
door.
you can fuck him. He's like, you're gonna have to take off of work. I can handle it. Sure you can. You're gonna.
I can handle the vaccine and getting fucked by a deacon. Sir.
Yeah. All these anti-vaxxer movements are ruining my fucking workshop.
I can't
People
go to a
aren't trusting
doctor.
the science
They'll
anymore.
euthanize me.
They're right to do it.
Yeah, but I'm not going. You gotta actually murder me, doctor. I will not allow you to Kevorkian me. You must hunt me. I know you're right, but I just want to have some fun.
I want you to get your blood drawn and see what it says, because mine was bad.
Oh, it's acid.
LSD or sulfuric?
Oh, sulfuric. If you could ingest it without it burning your esophagus away, you would trip. But no human can do this.
Oh, so you can trip on sulfuric acid? You just
No, my blood.
Oh, okay.
It has the acidity of sulfuric acid and also the properties of whatever LSD is.
Lysergic.
It is lysergic?
Mm-hmm.
Ha! I knew it. Yeah, so like Wolverine could trip on my blood?
If he was also a vampire. A vampire could also trip on your blood because they have healing factor.
Yes, a vampire could trip on... Yeah, so like Brad Pitt from whatever movie that was, Robert Pattinson.
But not...
From Remember Me.
But not Nicolas Cage.
He would think he could.
But
and he would think that
he would
what a
die.
trip feels like is your esophagus being eaten away by the toxicity of the blood in me right now.
You should start drinking Everclear.
I should stop. No, the only time I drink Everclear is in apple pie shots.
That isn't. It's not. It's a.
What, like straight?
Yeah, that's what Pat did. Which
Yeah,
we
there's
should
a
mention.
hole in his liver.
That's it. It was shortly after that he found out he had a hole in his liver. So I think I caused it. Just so we're clear.
You gave him the Everclear?
Yeah, I did.
This is like you giving Chris Farley the last heroin.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, he still
he's not
drinks.
dead.
So, and also he still drinks. So.
So I'm probably fine.
Yeah, no, I gave him. So there was this guy at the college we went to who was a notorious alcoholic. Who
Come on our podcast, by the way.
Yeah, or we'll come on yours.
Well, that'd be better.
Yeah. Who came over to my house for a party one time, and we were pretty much out of liquor. And I'm like, well, I have this full bottle of
I have
Everclear
rubbing alcohol.
that nobody will touch, and he drank a good half of it, and which is a lot of Everclear. And then they left, and I was like, he was with that blonde guy that he's always with, whose name I forget. And
Ralphie?
yeah, I think so. And I was like,
He's in
dude,
Missouri now.
send me some Snapchat updates. I want to see how he does as the night goes on. And they were pretty hilarious.
And his fucking liver fell out.
Yeah, and then a few weeks later, he found out he had cirrhosis. So, correlation or causation? I'll let you decide.
He was gonna find Everclear at one point.
Either A, that, or B. I mean, that night of drinking alone could not give you cirrhosis, but it's definitely one of the steps.
Factor.
Yeah, it's one of them.
I think I probably burned a hole in my liver and then it healed itself, and I didn't need hospitalization.
No, you know if you get
No,
a hole in your fucking
I do
liver.
know, and yes, I did, and I'm
What?
fine now. I'm very powerful.
Oh my god. If Pat found out he had a hole in it, because you drink like a sip of liquor and you're dying because there's a fucking hole in your liver.
Oh, so I'm not an alcoholic because I can drink a fifth and not even feel it. That means I'm good. That's not true.
You always say your liver is like tanned leather, but that's you can't handle your liquor at all. Your liquor is like SpongeBob. It just
Full of holes?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's touche. Your liquor is like well, I would say fucking filter floss, but you wouldn't understand that reference. It's a fish keeping term. You're
Oh, Jesus Christ. I want to talk about atheism rather than fucking fish.
Yeah, your liver is like a aquifer. That's what it's like.
rapidly being depleted by our terrible government.
Yeah, but a
probably.
phenomenal filter.
True. Yeah,
It gets a lot of fresh water to
like-
Chicago.
my liver is like charcoal and cheesecloth.
Yeah.
Which is the name of the bar I would like to start, where you're only allowed in if you have a problem.
You can drink for free if you can drink a full fifth with no help. Everybody, that's a great bar. Otherwise, you got to pay $100, and by the time you get to, you're like, okay.
Yeah, I could do that. I'd make a lot of money with that.
Well, but there would have to be a system. The bar has to be, it has to be like chained to the bar, because if you spill it, then it's just like, fuck you, asshole.
Or just walk away and share it. You know, that
yeah,
doesn't count.
walk away and share it, or.
I do, by the way, I know it's stupid. I fully believe myself to be superhuman, I've realized. That's not how I phrase it in my own mind, but I was on the 35th floor of a building, and I was leaning out of the window because that was fun, and I was like, I would survive this. If I fell, I would survive.
You would not.
Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. I believe that I'm super. I'm like, yeah, I can jump that far. Yeah, I can live if I fall from here.
No, you're.
Yes, I can run that fast. No, I cannot. Fully believe I can.
I tried to run next to a car before. It did not.
Tried to run the other day. It did not go well. And yet I still believe I could outrun a wolf. Hello, Chiba. Do not touch my new shoes, you dirty animal. I like it.
Chiba.
Honestly, I
All right.
stop breaking shit, man.
Tell me what to do.
This is a wealthy person's
Fuck
home.
you, I won't do what you tell me.
Break shit.
He's trapped me with his ancient logic. Is that from me? Or is that's dog food, isn't it?
Give it to him.
What is it?
Cookie dough.
Well, give it to me. It's not cookie dough, is it? It looks like dog food. Eat it.
Well,
Oh,
either
okay.
she's fucking committed or
Well, if my fiance,
I ate it.
if my fiance can eat dog food, then so can I. Is this for me or what is
Try
this?
not to just do
Heartwarming.
visual things.
Nice.
You yell at me. Okay, no, you can eat that. I was making.
it
cookie
it
dough.
does look like dog
Oh,
food
well.
for the audience.
You can keep-
Either dog food or
Brown.
beans.
Almost like a canned turkey-like texture.
You're describing. Wait, no, get back here and describe more things. Come here.
With that level of insanity.
It's got square, chunky chocolate chips,
Somebody's masturbating to
And
this
a
right now.
caramel texture.
Describe Gemini real quick.
A very tiny dog, not edible.
Not
Well.
edible. Yeah, you're edible to most things, actually.
There are very few things that could not eat you. And many things smaller than that dog could eat that dog.
Yeah, like a squirrel with determination could
Right.
eat this dog.
Which, by the way, is similar to how I could fight a bear and win.
Not even
Yep.
close.
It's such a weird feeling to know that's wrong and believe it at the same time.
A bear could bench a car. Your Kia Soul.
And I would climb out of that car and defeat it in combat.
They made a whole movie about the only guy who's ever beaten a bear hand to hand.
He's dead.
It's called The Revenant.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Werner Herzog documentary where he gets et.
Oh, no. In The Revenant, he kills a bear in hand-to-hand combat.
I thought he died.
No, he lived.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he kills a bear in hand-to-hand combat. So they made a movie about him because it's not. He didn't do this in 2005. It was the only time that's ever happened in the 1800s.
And next time I see a bear,
I'm
you know
gonna
what
be
animal
number
I
2.
couldn't kill? A tiger, because I like them. That's the only reason I couldn't kill a tiger.
Oh my god. I don't know why this makes me as mad as it does, but it really
It's
does.
got to be infuriating
It is.
to
I'm not
watch
gonna lie
me
to you.
sitting here
I
shaped like a pear and say I can defeat wild animals.
never been to the gym a day in your life.
I went once. Weren't any bears there. Had no use for it.
This isn't realistic training. Chuck Liddell would get murdered by a bear, just so we're clear.
Yeah, I'm stronger than Chuck Liddell. I believe this about myself.
You are-
I know it's silly.
Two different species. Not even you're not. I wouldn't even consider both you and Chuck Liddell people.
That's the amazing thing about people, is that both I and Chuck Liddell are humans.
Human white male too.
The same type of person, me and Chuck Liddell.
You and Chuck Liddell would both be Cocker Spaniels or whatever fucking breed.
Right. He would just be a
the
strong
best Cocker Spaniel.
and I'd be the one with my spaniel teeth locked around the throat of a bear, draining the life from its body because I can defeat animals.
Is the bear
I want
retarded
that to be a shirt.
or something?
I can-
Wait, could you beat up an autistic bear? Oh, not autistic. A down. What's the strong one? Down syndrome?
I don't think any of them are. I think that's a myth.
No, there's.
I don't think.
It's like the limitless pill, where you know that there's no.
It's
You
that
don't
you're
know
not
your own
catching
strength
yourself.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're just opening water bottles by pulling the top off
No. So it's like you'll shatter your own arm because you'll.
because of how strong I am.
No, just with you'll shatter your own ribs or whatever the fuck, because there's no limit in your brain to say, okay, now is where your muscles would break your own ribs. So
Right.
like
Which
we are
you
limited.
could bite your own finger off.
Oh yeah, but your brain won't let you.
Yeah. See, watch. Can't do it.
Pussy. I bet you could with
If I
proper
really wanted to.
saw situation. Saint.
I'm thinking about eating my own fingers. What would that be like?
Apparently
How would
it's
you
like
feel
a carrot.
after biting your own finger off? What are your emotions in that moment?
Did you do it for a good reason or because you're drunk?
Are we talking about me specifically?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. She's over there. Oh god damn it!
Sheba. You look. She's in jail.
All right. Well, let's go through the two sets of emotions. What would you do if you did it because you were drunk? Because
I mean, I assume just that shame I'm familiar with, but more. Or I'd feel badass.
okay, what would it take for you to bite off your pinky finger?
$200.
Really? I was gonna say $1 million.
I don't need. I mean, I'll try and talk the guy up.
You're an editor.
I use that one.
Yes, you do.
I actually do.
A lot,
I
really.
also think of my
Especially the
pinky
one
toes.
you did your left hand too. Your left hand. That's the shift.
That's a lot of stuff.
Sometimes space.
I guess it would take no money for me to cut off my pinky toes. I don't want them.
We can do that right now for the podcast.
I am stone sober. It's not happening.
No. I'm saying, like, what's it going to take for you to do it sober?
What's it going to take for me sober to cut off my pinky?
Pinky on your hand. Bite it off, too. Not cut
I
it off.
have to do it myself.
Yeah, do it with your own.
If a girl would smile at me.
Kylie.
No, that doesn't count.
Damn it. Well, Maheen's coming. You're going to get smiled at.
I know.
What would it take for you to...
I'm thinking really hard about what it would take.
I'd do
about-
$1 million for a pinky.
I would do $1 million for a
I think
pinky, but
that's
I
the
think
lowest.
it's interesting to find the lower limit, and I think
100,000?
the most maybe not 100,000, but I would do it for like, a non-money thing. I bet I would do it for stupidly low.
Non-money.
Yeah, like if it was like something like
A weekend with Karl Marx.
I don't want to talk to him. He probably sucked.
Who do you like? Nobody? Is it nobody? A weekend with yourself? Is this what you want?
I don't want to do that. Fuck. No, something
But
like
you can fuck you.
I would do it for a car and not even a great car.
What car? A Miata?
I would do it for a Miata.
I wouldn't do it for a Miata.
I would do it for an El Camino.
Ugh.
I like El Caminos. I saw one on the way here. It was
You
cool.
can get one for free. Just
Right.
ask politely.
May I have that? Yes, please.
I think the lower limit for me would be a Lotus. I'd do it for a Lotus.
Like a flower? I don't know what the Lotus car
It's
is.
a really nice car, but it's like they're not that expensive. They're like 50. I'd do it for a Tesla. $50,000. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
The Tesla that I want though.
I would do it for like the car from 30 minutes or less.
Just
new. I would cut off my pinky.
Terrible. That's so
It's an
low.
awesome looking car. I
You
love
can
that
do
car.
so. You can do so much.
First of all,
better.
no, you can't. No one offers this service.
Cutting off fingers in exchange for items.
I would have 3 fingers if you could exchange fingers for like a car and a house.
Well, I need a house.
If I could, you know what? I would do it for never having to pay rent again. I would cut off my entire left hand because I won't need it anymore. I won't need to edit.
Never having to pay rent again. What's the house?
my apartment.
No. Not my whole hand?
Yeah, but with a fixed towel rack. Are you considering that?
Okay, never having to pay rent again in your apartment the shittiest of your block of apartments?
It is not. I have
It
been in
is.
my upstairs neighbor.
It
on my block, it's the shittiest building.
No,
it's
no,
not
no.
the shittiest apartment in the building.
In your building, yours is the shittiest one because you have a whole room missing and it floods.
It hasn't flooded in a long time.
I'm not saying because of your decor it's shitty. I'm saying just the bones. We're talking about just the bones here.
I'm allowed to go in the other room, though.
Yeah, but it's a laundry room. So's everybody else.
Good for smoking in.
Yours is the
I don't have to
shittiest.
go up and down stairs to do laundry. That's pretty great.
You're missing a whole room.
I don't need it. I'm obviously, if I can talk a guy up into getting a 3-bedroom for my pinky, I'm going to try that. But at the end of the day, this is a bad negotiation tactic by me. At the end of the day, I would give up.
Okay, so rent
If
in
I still
your
have a thumb and a
apartment-
forefinger, I guess I'll never pay rent again.
Rent in your apartment for the rest of your life. And at your location, too, which is pretty close to it's a good location.
Yeah.
I will give you that. Are we adjusting for fucking water levels in your apartment as they slowly rise?
As my apartment sinks lower and the water table of Chicago creeps higher.
Will your apartment, let's say your apartment floats, so it'll never flood more than an inch. Let's just hypothetically.
Okay, I will cut off an entire hand for a boathouse, absolutely.
No. You could get a boathouse for $100,000. And you do not have to pay property taxes on it, and there's no rent because you can just own it. The maintenance.
I don't
cost
have
of it-
$100,000. I have a pinky.
But yeah, I do a pinky for a boathouse easy. Definitely. Pinky for a boathouse.
the way to
For
live
your
on a boat.
apartment though, that one's really getting me because I don't want you. Your apartment is comparable to mine except that it floods. That's the big difference.
And one fewer room.
No. Same amount of room. Oh, I guess I have a kitchen and a living room.
You have a
and
kitchen and a living room, and those are two different ones.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't
And
have
one
that.
fewer room.
There's a wall there, but they're not the size of a room.
I could use that as an office too. That'd be awesome. Your whole apartment as an office. That'd be cool. Or rent it out. There's so many options.
Why do you get my apartment for a pinky?
Well, because if it's my apartment, that's not fair. we both got to be doing it over the same thing. So we're doing it over your apartment.
How do we both get my apartment?
No. What I'm saying is somebody.
We're not talking about you getting after you get divorced. We're just talking about now.
Yeah, no. So I'm saying, what would I do for what
To
would
just
I
have my apartment and also yours?
Yeah, well, no, just have yours and then figure out the rest later. I don't.
Pinky, I think is.
I think I'd just
not
do a
bad.
pinky, honestly. But free rent for life is the for life part is what's getting me.
Yeah, it's that. It's
I
not
would
that
do
my
more
apartment's
than a
great.
pinky.
It's that you have a place to live, and you
life.
don't got to worry about that.
I think I would do. Ooh, God, there's not a lot of good parts of you to cut off, huh?
I don't use my legs.
I think I would do
I would kill your dog.
Both-
I would kill your dog.
both ears from here up. I think
From where up?
Both ears
Like-
from mid
From in
mid hole up.
mid hole.
Yeah, and then wear a hat and have long hair all the time. I think I would do that for you.
for an entire house. I might do a leg.
Ooh, God, that's a tough one.
Well,
Would you do an arm or a leg?
Leg. I want both my arms.
I think I'd do.
You would do an arm?
I think I'd do an arm,
What?
left arm.
Prosthetic legs are so much better than prosthetic arms. They had
I
that shit
forgot
down
about
in pirate
prosthetics.
times.
I'm
They
not
had
gonna lie.
basically prosthetic legs.
Not gonna lie, totally forgot about prosthetics.
Yeah, I could.
What do I
You
need
can
to
hobble
run
around
for?
pretty good.
I
on
can
a
still
prosthetic.
squat on a prosthetic leg too.
Yeah, I wouldn't, but
You're
could.
right. I literally forgot that prosthetics existed.
Exactly. It is so much easier to fake a leg than to fake an arm.
Damn, I would have really been in deep with this dude. He would have been halfway through sawing off my leg when I was like, "Oh my God, prosthetics exist!"
Wait, shit!
Oh no, I need my arm. What are you chewing?
I mean,
dog?
I would give up an arm and a leg for an apartment and the opportunity to say every fucking day this place cost me an arm and a leg.
What would you give? I've given an arm and a leg away for to be taken care of for the rest of my life, and just don't worry about it.
Oh, absolutely.
That
yeah.
situation. Yeah. Which arm and which leg? Would I want to go all right, or would I do alternate?
Well, I could cut off my lefts and then I could say, well, I'm all right now.
Yeah.
Then that would be
That
funny.
joke.
But I think I would do left arm or left arm, right leg.
Yeah.
Because I want my right arm for sure, and I think it's
And
better
then
to have an
learn
alternate.
to balance, because you need that. You need your right arm and left leg for it's a balance issue, really.
Oh, yeah, otherwise I'm going to just teeter over.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, I think that If you're used to being handicapped, the worst thing about it is the puns people do.
Actually, I think it'd be better if you had your right arm, right leg for balance. Because balance on your left leg and hold out your right arm. That's the wrong arm. You need to hold out your left arm because all the weight's on the right side of the body.
I think I know. I want to lose my right leg. That's the shitty one anyway.
Oh, is that the one with the pins
the one
in
with
it?
lots
Oh,
of
well, you have an
components.
obvious choice.
Yeah.
I'm not crippled. Well, actually, my whole right side's fucked. Yeah, I think I would do left arm and right leg for the same
If you
reason
could cut off
would.
your spine, would you do it?
I don't get anything. I just get to cut it off.
You
Yes.
just don't have to deal with that anymore.
Still, yes. I think I would do left arm, right leg because I also have a shitty right leg.
Well, it's very obvious for us then.
Yeah, but I
the
don't
bad
think it would be a
ones.
balance issue. I think eventually I'd realize that the balance would have been better the other way, but it would have been bad because mine doesn't work right. Yeah, your balance on your right leg would be trash.
By the way, below the knee, fuck it, fine. I don't. Above the knee, I got to think about it. Below the knee,
who gives a
just
shit?
go. If I got a fucking wart on my foot, cut it off at the
Yeah,
chin.
because below the knee, I guess
if
flexion.
you can still flex your fucking knee, that's
Yeah.
basically all you need.
No, yeah, really. That's like, honestly, when somebody's in a wheelchair because they're missing the leg below the knee, I'm like, get the fuck out of that
get a
wheelchair, you
prosthetic.
piece of shit. Because there's people.
I get it. It's nice to
missing
sit down all the
both
time.
legs below the knee, and they still have prosthetics.
And they kill their wives.
They kill their wives, and they run in the Olympics.
They said he couldn't do it.
kill his wife. No, they said he shouldn't.
Oh shit. Well, that was wrong of me then, to kill my wife. No, I think if I were, if I lost an arm and a leg, I think I would get so fucking pissed every time he's like, "Does those prosthetics cost you an arm and a leg?" There would be a lot of people beaten to death with a prosthetic.
Did you see the Mortal Kombat movie yet?
No.
Where Jax loses both his arms and then he gets robot arms that are super badass.
Sounds good. I know Jax has metal arms.
Yeah, I would get that to beat the shit out of those people who said that shit.
I would have a setting on my arm where I press a button and just without me doing anything, it moves itself to their face and just crushes their face.
it. It's like, well, stop saying it, and then we'll be okay.
Yeah, oh, it cost me an arm and a leg. That joke just cost you your fucking life, buddy.
So one of the scenes in Mortal Kombat, this is not going to be a spoiler because we all know that Jax has gigantic fucking metal arms.
Everyone knows Jax has metal arms.
And for a good portion of the movie, he has regular arms. And we're like,
Which is
what's your
disappointing.
name? Jax. Well,
Something's going to happen to you.
something's going to happen. And then he gets shitty metal arms. And they're like, what am I to do about these shitty metal arms? And then I'm like, well, I know for a fact that your metal arms are your best feature in the game, so there's no way these stay shitty. But all the characters in Mortal Kombat get their Ohana, is seriously the name of it. It's
means
Okana.
family.
It's Okana, I mean.
That's better.
Yeah.
You know, the Okrana were the Russian secret police in the days of the Tsar, and they invented some anti-Semitism.
Shooting fireballs.
And that.
Well, if your last name was Fireball, yes.
Yeah, Leon Fireball. The
Chaim
publisher of
Fireball.
Iskra. Ooh, you're not. This is gonna be bad for you, buddy.
These people both shoot. You're safe if you're Jewish now. Oh, thank God. But you are not safe if you're a Mortal Kombat finisher. Oh, no.
Damn it! You know that joke about how like black people, if they could time travel, like
They can only
you
go
would
forward.
go forward. I don't like if you're Jewish. I think don't
Don't go anyways.
Because it comes in waves and it's about to get worse. So just you are really rolling the dice.
Yeah. Thank God I'm Irish, so I've got a good period where I can't go.
I mean backward, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can go backwards enough. I don't know.
I mean, we could
pass
go
as
backwards and
European.
fight in some revolutions and win because of how powerful I am.
But
Do the English employ bears in their colonial armies? Because I could beat them.
how many bears could you take at once?
How many are trying to kill me? That's the answer.
Oh, so you think any amount of bears?
Any amount of if I had like not now. Like if there was a bear and they were like get in a cage and fight that bear, it would kill me. If I had to fight a bear, I would win.
Predator style, where you're like setting up traps and shit.
No, like a bear comes upon me in the night and tries to eat me, I win.
just handed. You can't even do damage to a
I'll
bear
get
with
a
your hands.
stick. You go first of all, you go for the eyes.
Yeah, it's not even gonna hurt that bad for the
Is your
bear.
dog making that noise?
Yeah, she's a little piggy. It's
Also
adorable.
an animal I could defeat.
Oh yeah, nobody's debating that.
Pigs eat people.
Yeah, once they're dead, the pig, not the people.
Did pigs ever make them dead? Someone's been
No.
killed by a pig, and their funeral was
Yeah,
awkward.
somebody who was asleep and eaten by a pig. Drunk asleep. So yeah, you might actually lose to a pig because you're gonna get too drunk, pass out like a. You're gonna see a pig pen and be like, it'd be funny if I passed out like an old cartoon in a
Like
in a pigsty, and then you're gonna do it and wake up and you're gonna be missing an arm and a leg from a pig,
And I'll be like, that mistake cost me my fucking dignity.
and then you shoot yourself.
Oh no, it's old-timey times and you need 2 hands to operate a gun!
Anyways, but Jax gets his Okana, which is his special move, which is just better robot arms.
Right, it's just
Yeah, but
big
everybody
arms.
else gets their Okana like, I can shoot lasers out of my face, and I can shoot fireballs, but his is like, better metal arms. And I'm like, that's technology.
Isn't one of them just a cop, too?
Yeah, she never gets her Okana.
But no, like her power is cop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. She's like, I was in SWAT, and I'm like, you would get murdered.
I'm a god.
Yeah.
If I had SWAT training, I could kill God.
Oh my god. This is infuriating. It's not. I'm biting back on my rage.
Do you know why you have to do that?
Because you kill me in a
Because I
fight.
could beat you, because you're not as strong as a bear.
Well, I'm physically broken right now, so I'm not even gonna make this.
We really missed our window
You'd
for us
punch
to
me
get
in
in
the
a fist fight.
spine, and it'd be game over. I have nothing. My knee also feels weak today, so go
You
to
are
sleep.
like a video game boss. Where like the trick is to get behind him, and you've got it.
Yeah, really. Honestly. I
We
am
missed
the
our window
first
for us to get
level
in a fist
video
fight.
game boss where it's just like
Where
oh,
it's
this is
easy,
nothing.
like once
Yeah.
you figure it out.
Yeah.
If we were ever gonna get in a fist fight, not now. Can't happen now.
We have a podcast to think about.
Neither of us. I mean, I'm not being the Eagles about a podcast. That's fine with me. But we just are not physically capable of fighting, except a bear.
It'll be a very winded fight.
You choked him out. No, he just couldn't go that long.
Oh my god, dude! If this podcast gets big enough, we got to set a date 6 months in the future and just start training, and then do an MMA fight.
Against a bear.
No, against each other.
No, that would be cool. Yeah.
I'm so fucking down. And then we got to get pissed drunk afterwards, by the way. So we got to
during it?
aggressively train for this MMA fight, and then we got to fight each other at our peak, and then afterwards, like rugby rules, we go get fucking hammered together, and that's how you bond again after
After
a
beating the
fight.
shit out of each other.
Yes. It'll make our
Here's
podcast
why we
stronger.
can't do that. If I don't win, I will not be cool about it.
Really?
I will know that I should be cool, but in my head, I'll be like, this is bullshit.
We're playing poker tonight. Are you going to be okay?
I'm fine at losing at poker. It's a dumb game.
Well, what type
That's
of...
what's going to happen. We're going to be drinking, and I'm going to be like, fighting's dumb. It's not really cool to be good at it.
Well, what's a better sport that we can choose 6 months to train aggressively at?
No, we should just fight each other. I'll just have to keep that in mind whenever I'm like, I don't want to lift this weight.
Maybe it'll be specific type of fighting, like boxing, where there are dumb fucking rules about it, and it's impossible to knock somebody out. So you have to
gloves,
win.
though, if we do boxing.
No, because you can absolutely knock somebody's fucking teeth out with that. So no. I'm talking about like a padded boxing where it's like pussyfooting around and like there are rules and shit.
Swords, like not fencing, but just blunt swords.
Oh god, you can shatter some ribs with that. I'm down.
Yeah, I think we should definitely fight with real swords.
There's a style of martial arts like that, and we should find out what it is,
And
then aggressively train in it for 6 months until we.
and then sell tickets to that.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Oh fuck, dude! With a sword, I could kill a bear.
Oh,
Right now, I could kill a bear with a sword.
with a sword, nobody's debating that. But with a wooden sword, I am hardcore. No, not a
I would
chance.
throw the wooden sword away. It would get in the way of digging my thumbs into the bear's eyes.
I mean, you'd still die, but I think you do stand a better chance if you do throw that wooden sword away, because that's gonna do you dick
So
off.
it's gonna, the bear's just gonna
What
bite.
type of sword are we talking about? Like a samurai sword, forged steel and shit, or like one of those decorative swords? Because if it's a decorative sword, then not a chance. You're getting fucking.
I'm
murdered.
talking like a bastard sword, like a knight has.
Oh wow! What about a halberd? Like those 10-pound swords?
I could kill so many. That's you mean like a claymore?
Yeah,
Because a
yeah.
halberd is like a spear with an axe on it, and I could kill infinite bears with that.
I'm talking about a claymore.
I think a good 10, 20 bears I could get through
Look at
before I
this.
got tired. Hello, Chiba.
I think with a claymore, I'd say maybe 2 before. Are they coming at me
At a
single
time?
file? Yeah, I'm thinking at a time. Are they coming single file or
No,
at a
I
time?
think with a claymore you can wing that thing around your head. You could be surrounded by a circle of bears, and the radius of that circle is the length of that sword.
Yeah, but the second you stop spinning that very heavy object,
So make sure they're dead first.
they're not just gonna. They're gonna see you swinging that thing, and they're gonna back off and be like, "Let's wait for this swinging to stop."
Well, then I'll stop, and if they advance, I'll start swinging again. It would have to be a game
They
of
advance
chicken,
at 30 miles an hour.
I can run that fast.
This podcast is over.
Gotta go
Yeah,
kill a
not
bear.
just for fucking, not just because we're out of time, but because it's over for good. There will be no more episodes if it's just bits if this bullshit continues.
It's just me alone talking, listing animals I could kill.
Anything but felines. All right, bye, folks.
See you, folks.